Hello and welcome to the Greenhouse Success video series. This is going to be a special series on greenhouse construction. So we're putting up our 6th greenhouse, and I wanted to share with you what we've learned over the 40 years since we put up the first greenhouse. So in this series we're going to learn the best orientation, the location for our greenhouse. We're going to follow along on the construction of the new greenhouse from the foundation to the planting and growing of the crops. So we purchased our greenhouse from Growers Solutions. The process was easy and the company was very good about communication with us, and I'm really glad that I chose their company. The greenhouse is 16 feet wide and 48 feet long. It is a hoop house with a single layer of plastic on the roof, and it's going to have roll-up sides. So today we're going to learn about the orientation and where to locate the greenhouse for your best success. All right, so we're going to start with location. So one of the first things you want to look at is sun angles, trees, just how the sun is going to interact with your building. This building here, it's fit in between a greenhouse and our barn, our sheep barn here. And we only had so much space, so that's why our building is 16 feet wide, and we did have 48. We actually had about 52 feet long, so we had plenty of length here. So I am facing south, so to this side is east, so the sun comes up in the east, and I will lose a little bit of light from the building. And if you look way up there, there's a great big tree. It's going to shade half of the building in the mornings. The other half of the building, if you look a little bit to the southeast, right, so to the southeast you can see that we are clear. There's no buildings. The sheep do not throw that big of a shadow. So part of the building is going to get a lot of good light. Part of the building is going to be a little bit shady. So in my shady part of the building, I can grow lots of greens. All right, so on the east side, I'm going to get good sun on half of the building. I will get some shadowing on the other half. Now to the north, I'm not worried about the sun coming in. We do have buildings and stuff there, but we're going to be just fine. It's not going to throw shadows in the building. And then to the west of my building, I do have a little chicken coop. It's not going to throw much shadow except maybe in the far corner of the building. And then I have a garden area, and it's not going to throw shadows into the building. What I do like about my west exposure is that I'm going to get a ton of sun as the sun is setting to the west. And that's going to warm the building so that as we go into nightfall, we have a really warm building. And that'll be really good for the plants. And then to my south, clear to the south, it is wide open. There won't be anything throwing shadows on the building from the south. So that's going to give me good sun in the wintertime on my south side. All right, so another consideration for where to locate my building is I like my long sides east and west. So in the east I can pull in good sun, and then in the west I can pull in good sun. I know I am losing a little bit of sun because of this building, but it was kind of the only spot I had left, and it is an acceptable spot. But here's why I like my long sides on the east and west, is because my grow beds, this represents a grow bed. I just put some wires in here so you can see where the grow beds are going to fit. I like to be able to cover them in the winter time. So let's say I had to put my frost blanket on my grow bed. So I would cover it like this. So my grow beds are here with the long side on the south, okay? So it's the middle of winter, it's morning, and I want to uncover this. I can take this cover and go halfway, and I can send light clear to the back of this bed. So having my orientation This is very easy for me to uncover the bed like this. The wind is blowing, which will be nice. I won't have wind in my building. I can uncover this way, leave the cover in the aisle, and then recover, and it's very quick to take the covers on and off. Now, if I have my grow bed oriented the other direction, let's say my grow beds are in here this way, what happens with my cover is that if I have it on the east side and I only have it halfway on, you know, to where it's not, I got that side open, then I'm shadowing this way. And if I have it the other way in the afternoon, I have it on this side, on the west side, then I have the problem in the afternoon where I'm shadowing, woo, come back. Then I'm casting shadows on this side. So what that causes me to do is I have to move the cover from this side to that side in the middle of the day. And I find that the plants actually grow better when the grow beds are in the other direction. So the orientation of my beds is the long side on the south and the north. Look out, little beagle. Okay, this way, and then the orientation of my building with the long sides of my building on the east and west. And this layout is absolutely fantastic, works really well, has worked for 40 years, and that's why I chose this location and this orientation for the beds and for the building. So if you have the opportunity to put up a greenhouse, try to see if you can get your long walls on the east and west and then your short ends on the north and south, and you're going to love the way that your grow beds lay out in the center. So the next video we're going to focus on how to put the foundational groundwork in for the greenhouse floor. Thanks for watching.